Hello and welcome to Photo Education Online. I'm Larry Lursey, and today we're going to take a quick look at the new crop tool that was introduced in Adobe Photoshop CS6. Now, a lot of people don't like the new crop tool, and I certainly like the old one better. Maybe I was just more used to it. But I'm learning some workarounds for CS6. I understand if you're a Creative Cloud subscriber, there is a new update you can download that will make this a little more user-friendly. But for those that don't have that, I'm going to kind of show you how the new tool works and how to work around the problems that you can have with it. So let's just run through really quickly. I've got an image pulled up here. It's just a picture of a bridge, nothing too exciting, but it'll work for our purposes. And when you open up the crop tool, you can see right away it goes ahead and has the image surrounded by these tools, and it looks not unlike the old crop tool where you can grab the edges and drag them in and that type thing. But let's look across the menu up here really quick. First of all, we've got some presets here that they've given us. Next, you've got kind of your standard ratio thing where you put in your pixels or inches like we've seen before. That's just like the old one. Right here's a rotation. If it gives a horizontal, click there and make it into a vertical. That's so far so good. The straighten is a really nice thing they've added. Let me actually zoom in just a hair closer. And you can see my horizon is a little bit off to the left. So if I click the crop tool, click this straighten button, you see it kind of goes dark there. Now all I have to do is find a straight line, either a straight line across the horizon, which is tough with these trees here, or a straight line vertically. And I'm going to, since I don't really have a straight horizon line, I think I'll get pretty close here. I'm just going to do this line down here, which I know should be straight line more or less. There. And it straightened up my image, which is kind of a cool way to do it. It was available before with the measure tool, the little ruler, but now they've kind of got it all here in the cropping area, which is kind of cool. So that's nice. Next to it, you've got this view rule of thirds. This is your different guides for your composition. If you switch it to always show overlay, you can see what we're talking about here. It's showing you where you want to lay things out if you want to do it according to the rule of thirds or according to a grid, golden ratio, things like that. I prefer to leave mine on rule of thirds, but it's kind of cool to know that it's there. The difference you have here down here is auto show only shows the grid once you grab onto the corners, and then it disappears. So I kind of like it that way, so it's not there the whole time kind of cluttering up the image. You do want to keep this delete cropped pixels unchecked because you don't want to get rid of those pixels. We're going to try and do it in a more non-destructive way. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. So let's say I want to go in and I want to crop in on this image a little bit here. So I'm going to go ahead and set it to, it's set to 5 inches by 7 inches. I'll just use their preset 5 by 7 to make sure we got it right. Pops up like that. I'm going to hit the little arrow to spin it around. And let's just compose it however we want. No big deal. Like that. Hit enter. And it's cropped, which looks great. And you think, okay, great, I've got it all done. But when we go up to image size, it's not 5 by 7. It's 14 by 10, which works out to be like a 5 by 7, but I don't want it to be at 180 resolution. So then you're kind of left in a bind of having to resize it afterwards, which kind of stinks. As opposed to in the old one, you would just put 5 by 7, 300, but they've taken that box away from us. So what you have to do is create your own custom size, and you do that right here by going down to size and resolution. And let's say I want to make something that is a 5 by 5 square, for example, 5 by 5 at 300. I do save crop preset, hit OK. I like to just rename mine so it doesn't take up so much space. 5 by 5 at 300. Hit OK. Here we go. It pops right up. Size it in how we want. Maybe we want to focus in on just this bush and the bridge or something for some reason. But go in like that. Hit enter. It crops it. Now I'm going to go up and check. And you can see right there, 5 by 5 at 300. Perfect. So let's bring up one more image and try it again. I'm going to go up here and use one of my presets that I've created. I've done a few here. Let's try this 11 by 14 at 300. It's going to pop up just like that. Say I want to crop in like this, move her around. Like I say, you can either use the edge to crop it, or you can grab in the middle and drag it around, depending on how you want to do it. Let's come in really tight on this. Maybe something like that. There we go. Hit return. Let's drop it down so it's not right in our face. And image size 11 by 14 and 300. So there you go. The cool thing about this, if we go back to the crop tool, if you don't do this delete crop pixels here, if you leave that unchecked, the nice thing about it is if we go back, let's say we're going to do a little more work on this image, and let's say we make it black and white, and then we go back in with a, I don't know, a red paintbrush, and we decide we're going to paint the glasses red or something. It doesn't really matter what we do. Just to make it interesting, we're going to paint those red like that, and then we decide, okay, well, this is cool, but I wish I had a little more space. We can go back to the crop tool, grab it, and there it is. Everything is still there. We can bring it out a little bit wider, hit enter, crops it right back to my 14 and 300. So it is kind of nice that you've got that ability to drop back and fix things like that. So anyways, that's the good and the bad of CS6, and play around with it a little bit and see if that helps. If you have any questions, be sure to let me know, and I hope that helps. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.